there's only three expectations that we're going to have at these levels. Now, if you've been in fundamentals, you already know this, but for those of you guys that haven't, and I know some of you guys haven't, or could have missed those classes, right? Let me go and explain it. Okay. Number one, the first thing that we can, and this is not a order of priority or greatness, this is just a list. Okay. Number one, or the first thing I want to say that we can anticipate happens at a zone is that the market respects it. Okay. Respects it. And what happens with that is that we come up to a level and instead of breaking through, we go the other way. Okay. We turn around for a long time, for a good amount. For me, I have some rules for how I like to say something's truly respecting because sometimes it's just delaying. It'll delay at its own, not truly respect it. It'll look like it is right here and then it'll go through, right? It'll do stuff like that or it'll come down just a little and go through. It'll maintain structure, XYZ. So you have different versions, but ultimately it respects it. Instead of breaking through, it honors the level. Okay. The other thing that we can expect out of zone is the opposite. Okay. The opposite, which is to disrespect. Okay. Disrespect. Meaning, instead of coming up here and honoring it, it just disrespects it like that. Okay. Now, the last thing that the market can do at a level that we're expecting is where we have what we call a break and a retest. Okay. A break and a retest. And this is the combination of of a respect and a disrespect. It's just a different form. Let me explain. Well, here's the level in question. And instead of honoring the level, we break it. But what happens is we delay the honor and we use it on the other side. This is where the market respects the level. So we broke it here, we respected it here. So what happens is the market, it was a ceiling here, and now it becomes a floor over here. So the ceiling got disrespected. Okay. The ceiling got disrespected. The floor got respected. And this is called a break and retest. Okay. And so it's these three things that we are expecting when we're at these levels. So notice right here, we had a disrespect. Instead of honoring this level on here and turning around, we went right through the area. Okay. And then we came back to it. Now, the great thing is that when we came back to it, this is where we're able to take our triangle defense and bring it in. So, for instance, one of the things that you would have done here is when this got set up, what we would have done is we would have taken our triangle and drawn it like this. And you can see this becomes your defense, your triangle defense here. Okay? Just like this. And so remember what we need to do. We need to have the market end up respecting this level. Then we need to disrespect this, right? And eventually disrespect horizontal structure, okay? And so let's look at this. Here we are. We're back at the level. Okay. Back at the level. And right here is our the market took off, right? Disrespected everything that we needed it to do. And so now what's the expectation? That the market continues to the downside. Okay. It this is an easy play, right? This whole break and retest scenario. We love this, right? This is why, because what is this? This is our, as we said in with Fibonacci, right? This is the call. This is our impulse, our correction, and then we're expecting it to continue down. Now, it technically hasn't made it to its destinations, which I just noted that myself and trying to see what I can do here to participate in the festivities. Uh, Hopefully, I got time to get busy without how much. I don't know if it's, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it without yeah, it's not worth it at this point for me to I'm not trying to say it won't go further, but this is the first destination that I would be expecting this market to go to. This is called our safe TP, if you remember from when we talked about Fibonacci earlier on in this series. This is the next fib level. So at this point, it should get down here. Um, but without me kind of paying attention to this in detail, I can't necessarily make it worth it because I would have to, at this point, put my stop loss up here, and the reward doesn't match the risk. It's too, this one's a bit too lopsided, right? Too lopsided. But it's still it's still a high probability situation, right? I'll throw it on the paper trading. We'll just let it be paper trading. Send. Okay. But this right here is a is a scenario. If I had more time, I dial this in. What I would try to do in this scenario, right, is I would try to allow this to continue to pull back right here. So you see how this is pulling back. I would want this pullback to get as high as I can, right? Like if I could get up in here, up in this area, this would be like an area that I might be looking to sell from, or up in here, right? So what we're looking for is we're looking for our areas of structure where we can see we have support resistance. We want these levels to be the level that causes this market to go right back down, right? So we're allowing this to come up, do its thing, and come back down, right? So like I said, I don't believe I'll be able to take advantage of this while I'm teaching you guys right now because we're not in live trading. But this is something that 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 I like, right? Standing out to me, right? We just have to, and I actually don't think this would be the final destination, based on some other things, but you have to play as if it will be, right? You got to move as if it is, and if you get more, you get more, but you just have to. That's how that works. So this is the principle. We're either looking for respect, disrespect, or disrespect. And so when you keep this in your mind, it presents, excuse me, all types of opportunities right? All types of opportunities to take trades. For instance, over here, AU, this was another one. We can see unofficial homework, but what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to come on in here. When I say unofficial, I'm just saying I'm not committing to grade or look at every single one, and I'm not giving these super clear instructions because I don't want to shift our momentum yet, right? But I still want you guys to be practicing. So what I want you to do is I just want you to come on your to your pick a pair. I don't care who you pick, but try to identify and label the areas where you're seeing the break in the retest. So in here, I can see that this was a break and retest, right? And you can come on in here and just highlight the area. You can circle it or draw an ellipse, an oval, or whatever you want, right? Ellipses. You come on in here and just identify the behavior, right? I would say over here, this is an overall respect, right? Respect of a level, right? You can come in and identify, right? Identify those moments, and then this is for sure respect, right? For sure. So come on the chart and just look at how price is responding, to your price zone, right? Are you getting breaks? Are you getting disrespects, right? Are you getting break and retest? Like just label a few things. You don't gotta go chart crazy. Just label it, right? This right here for me is a disrespect. Market disrespected here. Never got the retest. So it's just a straight up disrespect. Okay. So just label, do your best, but just try to put